Charlie Munger, renowned investor and thinker, is widely recognized for his philosophy of inversion. Rather than focusing solely on what leads to success, Munger advocates for identifying and understanding what should be avoided. He believes that steering clear of common pitfalls and mistakes is often more effective than chasing after winning strategies. This approach challenges the conventional wisdom that success is achieved by accumulating knowledge of what works. Instead, Munger suggests that knowing what not to do can be a powerful tool in decision-making. His philosophy has influenced countless individuals, encouraging them to consider the risks and obstacles that may hinder their progress. By inverting traditional thinking, Munger offers a unique perspective on achieving lasting success. The principle of invert, always invert, encourages us to approach problems from the opposite direction, seeking solutions by considering what could go wrong rather than what could go right. In finance, this mindset is particularly valuable because it helps investors identify risks and avoid common pitfalls. By imagining worst-case scenarios and asking how a strategy could fail, individuals can build safeguards into their decision-making process. This approach fosters a culture of caution and thorough analysis, reducing the likelihood of costly mistakes. Ultimately, inverting our perspective serves as a practical recipe for financial safety, guiding us to prioritize risk management and long-term stability over short-term gains. Many people accept Charlie Munger's advice at face value, often treating his words as universal truths. However, it's worth questioning whether this popular interpretation truly captures the depth of his message. By uncritically following well-known guidance, we may inadvertently fall into an intellectual trap, limiting our ability to think independently. This tendency to rely on established wisdom can prevent us from exploring alternative perspectives or challenging conventional assumptions. Recognizing this possibility encourages a more thoughtful and nuanced approach to learning from influential figures. Many investors dedicate significant energy to sidestepping errors, meticulously analyzing risks, and double-checking decisions. Yet, this intense focus on avoiding mistakes can inadvertently cause the most costly misstep of all, the sin of omission. By hesitating or failing to act on promising opportunities, individuals may miss out on substantial gains. The fear of making a wrong move often overshadows the potential rewards of thoughtful risk-taking. Over time, these missed chances can accumulate, quietly eroding financial growth. Understanding how the drive to avoid mistakes can itself be a hidden pitfall is crucial for anyone seeking long-term success in investing. In this video, we embark on a journey to uncover the authentic process behind Charlie Munger's decision-making. Rather than accepting the passive approach, often associated with conventional wisdom, we'll delve into the active strategies that set Munger apart. By examining his methods, we aim to dismantle misconceptions and highlight the risks of relying on oversimplified advice. Along the way, we'll reveal the real dangers that can arise when critical thinking is neglected. This exploration offers a deeper understanding of how thoughtful analysis and deliberate action are essential to achieving lasting success. Many people interpret the advice to know what you want to avoid as simply making a not-to-do list. This passive approach focuses on identifying actions, habits, or situations that are undesirable and then steering clear of them. While such lists can offer clarity and help prevent common pitfalls, they often lack depth and do not encourage proactive decision-making. By only cataloging what to avoid, individuals may miss opportunities for growth or fail to define positive goals. This method can lead to a reactive mindset, where choices are guided more by fear or aversion than by aspiration. Understanding these limitations is crucial when considering how best to apply this advice in daily life. Many people create a not-to-do list filled with tasks or habits they want to avoid, such as procrastinating, checking social media excessively, or engaging in unnecessary meetings. This approach can feel reassuring because it provides clear boundaries and a sense of control over daily choices. However, focusing solely on what not to do often overlooks the underlying reasons these behaviors occur in the first place. It may also lead to a negative mindset where energy is spent resisting actions rather than pursuing positive goals. Ultimately, while a not-to-do list can highlight pitfalls, it is fundamentally flawed if it does not address the root causes or provide constructive alternatives. Shifting attention toward purposeful actions and meaningful priorities is a more effective strategy for lasting change. During periods of market turmoil, relying solely on a passive checklist can inadvertently lead to investor paralysis. This approach often encourages a rigid adherence to predetermined rules, making it difficult to respond quickly to rapidly changing conditions. As a result, investors may hesitate or avoid making decisions altogether, fearing that any deviation from their checklist could be risky. This hesitation can cause them to overlook significant opportunities that arise during volatile markets when swift action is sometimes necessary. By sticking too closely to passive strategies, investors risk missing out on potential gains and fail to adapt to evolving circumstances. Ultimately, the checklist meant to provide stability can become a barrier to effective decision-making in dynamic environments. The sin of omission refers to the missed chances that arise when we rigidly avoid taking action. Throughout history, entire generations have sometimes lost out on transformative opportunities simply because they were unwilling to step outside their comfort zones. This concept highlights how inaction, driven by fear or strict adherence to tradition, can be just as consequential as making the wrong choice. By not embracing change or exploring new possibilities, individuals and societies risk stagnation. Recognizing the sin of omission encourages us to reflect on the opportunities we might be overlooking and to consider whether avoidance is holding us back from meaningful progress. Charlie Munger's approach to decision-making was far from passive. He believed in actively investigating every aspect of a problem, seeking out potential pitfalls before making any commitments. Munger would rigorously question assumptions, gather diverse perspectives, and analyze situations from multiple angles. This methodical process allowed him to identify and avoid catastrophic mistakes that others might overlook. By remaining vigilant and thorough, Munger demonstrated that careful investigation is essential for sound judgment. His strategy emphasized the importance of learning from past errors and anticipating future risks, ensuring that decisions were both informed and resilient. Charlie Munger's concept of the intellectual autopsy emphasizes the importance of thoroughly examining failures to understand their underlying causes. By dissecting mistakes and setbacks, we can identify patterns and avoid repeating them in the future. This process is central to building a robust latticework of mental models, frameworks that help us interpret complex situations and make better decisions. Munger advocates for learning from both personal and observed failures, treating each as an opportunity for growth. Through this disciplined reflection, we strengthen our ability to anticipate challenges and respond effectively. Ultimately, intellectual autopsies transform errors into valuable lessons, deepening our understanding and enhancing our judgment over time. Passive investors typically rely on broad market exposure, aiming for steady returns without delving deeply into individual companies or market dynamics. In contrast, the Munger-style investor takes a much more active approach, dedicating significant time to studying historical business failures and understanding the psychological biases that can cloud judgment. This method involves rigorous analysis, seeking lessons from past mistakes and missteps to avoid repeating them. By recognizing common cognitive errors, such as overconfidence or herd mentality, the Munger-style investor strives to make more rational and informed decisions. This thoughtful process stands in stark opposition to the hands-off strategy favored by passive investors, highlighting the value of deep research and self-awareness in investment success. During periods of financial turmoil, many investors are tempted to retreat and wait for the storm to pass. However, Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett took a different approach. Rather than avoiding uncertainty, they actively prepared by studying market dynamics, analyzing potential opportunities, and maintaining liquidity. This readiness allowed them to act decisively when others hesitated, making bold investments at times when confidence was low. Their willingness to engage with risk, supported by thorough preparation, set them apart and contributed to their long-term success. By embracing preparation over avoidance, Munger and Buffett demonstrated the power of informed action in navigating financial crises. When comparing passive fear to active preparation, the differences in investor outcomes become clear. Passive fear often leads to hesitation and missed opportunities, as investors may avoid making decisions or react emotionally to market fluctuations. In contrast, active preparation involves researching, planning, and adapting strategies to changing conditions. This proactive approach empowers investors to navigate uncertainty with greater confidence and resilience. By synthesizing these two mindsets, it becomes evident that embracing preparation over fear can lead to more stable and successful investment results. Ultimately, the way investors respond to risk can significantly influence their long-term financial growth. Many investors experience an aha moment when they realize the subtle trap hidden in the omission of key information. Misinterpreting Charlie Munger's advice can often result in costly inaction, as individuals mistakenly believe that doing nothing is always the safest choice. In reality, failing to act when opportunities arise can be just as detrimental as making a poor decision. The true lesson lies in understanding when inaction is prudent and when it becomes a missed opportunity. By recognizing this distinction, investors can avoid the pitfalls of passivity and make more informed, strategic choices. This revelation underscores the importance of critical thinking and the dangers of blindly following simplified interpretations of expert guidance. True safety is achieved through ongoing learning and thoughtful preparation, rather than relying solely on basic rules or restrictions. When we actively seek to understand potential risks and develop practical skills, we become better equipped to handle unexpected situations. Simple rules may offer a sense of comfort, but they can create a false sense of security if not supported by deeper knowledge. By embracing education and preparedness, we empower ourselves to make informed decisions and respond effectively to challenges. This proactive approach fosters genuine confidence and resilience in the face of uncertainty. A deep understanding of any situation provides a sense of clarity that can be truly reassuring. When you grasp the underlying principles and patterns, uncertainty fades and you gain peace of mind. This calmness is especially valuable during turbulent times when fear and doubt may cloud the judgment of others. With knowledge as your foundation, you can make decisions confidently, even when those around you hesitate. Instead of being swept up by panic, you're able to assess risks thoughtfully and act with purpose. Ultimately, deep understanding empowers you to navigate challenges with composure and resolve. Investing often seems daunting at first, filled with uncertainty and complex decisions. However, much like a chess master who learns from each misstep, true ease in investing comes only after one has absorbed the lessons from past failures. Each mistake becomes a stepping stone, shaping a more strategic and confident approach. Over time, patterns emerge, risks become clearer, and decisions are made with greater precision. The process transforms from overwhelming to intuitive, as experience builds a foundation for smarter choices. In this way, mastery is achieved not by avoiding errors, but by learning from them and adapting. Investing, then, becomes less about luck and more about skill honed through perseverance. Mistakes are an inevitable part of any investment journey. Rather than viewing them as setbacks, it's important to treat each misstep as a valuable learning opportunity. By analyzing what went wrong and understanding the underlying causes, investors can refine their strategies and avoid repeating the same errors. Building resilience means adapting to challenges and remaining committed to long-term goals, even when faced with uncertainty. Thoughtful planning, ongoing education, and a willingness to learn from experience are key to developing a robust investment approach. Over time, these habits help create a foundation for future success and financial growth. As we wrap up, we invite you to share your own experiences and insights from your investing journey. Reflecting on what has worked, what hasn't, and the lessons learned can be invaluable for both personal growth and the wider community. Your comments and questions help foster meaningful discussion and collective learning. If there are specific topics or strategies you'd like to explore further, let us know. Together, we can continue to deepen our understanding and make more informed decisions. Thank you for being part of this conversation.